Hi, dear students. Today we will discuss chapter 12 in The Merchant of Venice. Okay, as soon as Bassanio and Graziano left for Venice, Portia told Lorenzo that she and Nerissa were going to stay in a convent until their husbands come back. She told him she wanted to prepare herself for marriage. She asked Lorenzo and Jessica to look after the palace and the servants until she came back. Lorenzo was very happy to do this for her. He thought she was a very wise and kind woman. Bassanio is lucky to have her for his wife, he said. Portia said she agreed to let Bassanio go to Venice because Antonio's letter showed her that he must be a very good man. Now, guys, as we have heard that Bassanio and Graziano went to Venice, and Portia was with Lorenzo, Jessica, and Nerissa. She told him that she is going to a convent. Do you know, guys, what's the meaning of convent? Convent is a religious place for women to pray. It's a building in which nuns live together. Okay? It's a female religious community. So she told Lorenzo that she is going there so as to prepare for the wedding and for the marriage and also to pray. Okay? And she asked Lorenzo and Jessica to take care of the servants and the castle, the palace, so as to be able to feel comfortable that everything is going fine. For sure, Lorenzo was very happy that she did so, and he said that Bassanio is a very lucky man because he has got a wife like Portia. Okay. After that, Portia and Nerissa, however, were not going to a convent because that was a trick. Portia had a different plan. But she did not want to tell Lorenzo and Jessica what it was. It was a secret. As I told you, that was her plan. And she kept it a secret on Lorenzo and Jessica. She called one of her servants. She told him to go to Padua and find her friend Bellario. So she asked one of her servants to go to a friend called Bellario, and he lives in Padua. She gave him a letter to give to Bellario. He will give you some clothes and other things to bring back to me, she said. Bring them to the ship that goes to Venice. Hurry. I will be at the ship before you get there. So she told him that he has to go to Bellario in Padua and get her some clothes. He will give him some clothes and other things, and he has to get them back to the ship that she is going to. The servant hurried away with the letter that Portia gave to the servant to give to whom? To Bellario. And Portia called Nerissa. Come on, Nerissa, she said. We are going. I'm sorry, just a second. We are going to see our husbands sooner than they think. So this means that they are going to meet whom? To meet Bassanio and Graziano. She told Nerissa that their husbands would not recognize them because they were going to disguise themselves as men. Guys, I just need you to highlight this part. She told Nerissa that their husbands would not recognize them because they are going to disguise themselves as men. What's the meaning of disguise? Disguise means to hide yourself in the appearance of someone else. Okay, so this means that they will wear the clothes of men and they will act like men. I know how to behave like a man, she said. I will wear a dagger. Dagger means it's a kind of knife, guys. And walk like a man. I will talk about the battles I have won. I will tell lies about the women who fell in love with me. I will tell people that I refused their love and that they cried and that some of them even died of sadness. I will say that I am sad about causing them to die, and everyone will believe that I'm a man. Here, Nerissa told her that she can act like a man and she can do everything a man can do, even the lies that they say about the woman that they know or the women that wanted to know them. Okay, and this is a very, very intelligent plan from Nerissa and from Portia. Let's answer the questions of chapter 12. Please open your booklets on chapter 12. Who are the main characters? Okay, the main characters for this chapter, were Portia and Nerissa. Who are the minor characters? The minor characters in this chapter were Jessica and Lorenzo. What is the setting? The setting in Belmont, in Portia's palace. Let's turn to question A. Complete the following sentences. Portia asked Lorenzo and Jessica to take care of her palace until she come back. Number 2, Portia asked her servant to go to Padua and give a letter to her friend Bellario. Question B. Answer the following questions. Portia had a different plan. Explain. Portia decided to help her husband Bassanio to save his friend Antonio, and she was going to disguise herself as a man and to go to Venice. Question C. He will give you some clothes and other things to bring back to me. Comment. Portia said these words to her servant when he was going to Padua to deliver a letter to her friend Bellario. Question number 2. Come on, Nerissa. We are going to see our husbands sooner than they think. Comment. Portia said these words to Nerissa. They were going to disguise themselves as men and go to Venice to help their husbands to save Antonio. Okay, question D. The main idea of chapter 12. What was the main idea? We have said this before. The main idea is the thing that the chapter was talking about. Portia has a plan to help her husband save his friend. What are the supporting details? The supporting detail number 1 was Portia said that she was going to a convent to prepare for the marriage. She asked Lorenzo and Jessica to take care of her palace. Supporting detail number 2, Portia sent a servant to Padua to deliver a letter to her friend Bellario and to bring a letter and clothes from Bellario. Supporting detail number 3, Portia and Nerissa were going to disguise themselves as men and go to Venice to help their husbands to save Antonio. Let's turn to the cause and effect. Okay, we have an effect here. Number 1, Portia will wear a dagger. What was the cause? Portia was going to disguise herself as a man. We have another effect. Number 2, Portia told Lorenzo that she wanted to prepare for marriage. The cause was Portia had a plan to help her husband. Thank you for listening to this lesson, guys. I wish to see you soon, and thank you so much.